What is up, everybody? It is Seppo Pajo here and we are at Turku Open. I have a giveaway to announce. We got PRODIGY BP1, we got 8 discs, we got a water bottle, we got a towel, and it's going to one of you guys. All you need to do is subscribe to MDG Media's YouTube channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the videos.
Hey everybody, welcome back on MDG. This is the last day at the 2024 Turku Open presented by PRODIGY Disc. 5th up on the DGPT Europe, 2nd Elite on this side of the ocean. This is the MPO field. My name is Maxime Tanghe and with me Elias Luukkonen.
What's up, Max? What's up, viewers? Nice to be here once again. We have a very interesting situation going into the final round. 3 guys, all with a lot of experience, with a lot of winning experience. And 1 guy, 16 years old, first time ever on the lead card on a big event.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. We have 4 strokes ahead of the rest for Mauri, Villmann, Niklas, James Proctor, a lot of experience, and first on the tee, the Estonian 1026 rated player representing PRODIGY Discs. Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to keep his lead.
And as I was talking about, Oiva Päivänsalo, only 16 years old. He has made huge improvements to his game in the last off-season, and it's really paying off right now. A lot of work on the technique, a lot of work on the physical side as well.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to keep the pace and be able to handle the pressure the right way. James Proctor, 3rd on the tee, coming from the States. A lot of experience, as you were mentioning. Let's see how it's going.
And the highest rated player in the tournament, Niklas Anttila, he's gonna be chasing his 2nd Elite Series win. He did win one earlier this year in the States.
And let's go, man, on to hole 1.
Starting on hole number 1, 202 meters. There's a big choice on this hole, especially today with the wind being down. Some players might be going over the OB area. Have to keep your drive either under 110 meters or over 120 to be inbounds. From wherever you are on the fairway, it's just an open approach. You can go backhand hyzer or forehand hyzer. Just keep it inbounds. Hopefully, give yourself a putt for the birdie.
Yeah, safe way is the best way probably. Not any reason to get aggressive on this first shot. With the pressure, the nerves.
With a score of 18 under par. From Vasalemma, Estonia, sponsored by PRODIGY Discs, Mauri, Villmann.
And I think the first hole definitely one of the riskier holes, riskier par 4s on the course. Just because you have a lot of OB. Not really coming into play on the first shot, it's pretty much wide open. A lot of space on that fairway. But on the second, it's easy to go OB long or right.
Yeah, you're right. And Mauri nicely deep into the first area.
Under par. From Veikkola, sponsored by Kiekko Kingi, Oiva, Päivänsalo.
It must be something for him to play with Niklas, probably. Yeah, a good reference for him.
Yeah, Oiva, he said that he wasn't feeling very nervous on the way to the course, but when he stepped on this hole one's tee, he felt the nerves big time. And you can see that a bit of an early release there. He's still on the fairway though, so no damage, just a very long approach from there.
With a score of 13 under par. From Rohnert Park, California, sponsored by Infinite Discs and Thought Space Athletics, James Proctor.
He's bringing amazing energy on any group he's playing on. We could see it in the FPO caddying for Evelina, and same when he's playing. It seems he's really enjoying his time.
Yeah, I imagine so. I feel like, I had a short talk with James also before one of the rounds, and I feel like he was so excited to be back in Europe.
And rounding up our lead card with a score of 13 under par. From Kuopio, sponsored by Discmania and Merrell, let's give a warm welcome to Niklas Anttila.
Let's go, man. Good on the tee pad. 5 strokes to take back.
Yeah, Niklas, he's looking for a better start than yesterday. Yesterday we saw he went over par on the first 5 holes, which is of course not ideal. And I feel like the first 5 are probably some of the toughest holes on the course. It's really gonna be important for all of these players to start off hot with at least a couple of birdies.
Yeah, and yesterday you were mentioning it, but if Mauri is able to have a good pace starting the round, it's going to be hard for the players to chase him. And anything can happen on this course. It's a tough one. But if he's able to manage some early birdies, he'll be in good position to keep the lead.
Yeah, for sure. We saw good approach from James, and that's even a better one from Niklas. Little nerves from Oiva. He went short OB, a little bit low release. And Mauri, this is probably the safest way to approach on this green, going all the way over the inbounds area, and that's going to be just a short putt left for his birdies to start off.
Yeah, good start for Mauri. Inside the circle hit.
And this needs to slow down to not find the long side OB. And that's going to be okay. He's going to have a tricky putt left for the bogey. Let's see, James has been putting very good so far in the tournament, but surprising miss from in the circle.
Yeah, a bit of nerves maybe on the first hole, as usual, even with the experience. Yeah, early left, heavy chains, not able to stay in the basket.
Yeah, and I feel like, Mauri, even though Oiva is second in the scores, you must imagine Mauri is more, worried about both Niklas and James having way more experience.
Yeah, I can't agree more. And we never know, we've seen some super young guys able to manage the pressure, even on a first time lead card. But yeah, starting with the double bogey, 7 strokes now, 3 strokes swing between him and Mauri onto hole 2.
Another tough par 4 here, 200 meters. It's not that tough to get the birdie, but it has a lot of bogey opportunity with OB right and left on the drive. You need to throw about 110 meters off the tee with a straight to left moving shot. From there you have 90 meters, just a straight shot to the basket. 2 pretty simple shots, but if you miss either one to the side, you're going to be in some trees or even to the OB.
Yeah, the second one is really tough, entering that tunnel. And that's a bit deep for Mauri. Hard angle from there.
Yeah, he's going to have to go kind of inside out with either a forehand or a slight backhand turnover. Much better look from Niklas. He's perfectly in the middle.
That's one of the sweet spot. Not super deep, but great angle to attack on the second shot. Oh. Yeah, too much inside for James. He's gonna play his third shot.
And this is a good line from Oiva. Needs to finish left though. Yeah, he's gonna be a little bit long there, kind of where Mauri is, but just further. I think with how much distance he got, he's gonna have a decent shot, even though with a tighter, inside out angle from the long side. Yeah, that's just a really tough spot on this hole. If you're in the short corner, you have a low ceiling and you have to go with this flip up hyzer. So difficult. And Mauri here, a little bit low. I think he's not gonna have any trouble getting the par from there, but this is maybe a chance for Niklas or Oiva to get some strokes back.
Yeah, catching some trees, left side, too early.
And you can say it's kind of a tough angle from there. Had to go with a pretty early turnover. Just didn't turn it early enough to the right, and that's probably going to be a par as well.
Yeah, there is plenty of gaps on that left side if you're stuck. And good up for James, 5-6 meters tester.
And I have to say, I just get the vibe every time this round that Mauri gives the rest of the players a chance, just like on this hole, and they fail to, walk through that door of opportunity. I feel like it just, gives Mauri more confidence. Like, he can take a par here and still not lose a stroke to anybody on the card.
Yeah, they need to take the opportunities as fast as possible. There's a lot of strokes to take back. Oh. Tough, a bit too much right side. Good height.
Yeah, I guess after all, he's going to be losing one stroke.
It was 7-8 meters tester. And that's gonna be the first mistake on Mauri's side. Giving him one stroke to Niklas probably. And it's done.
And I guess all of the sudden it's Mauri in first and Niklas in second, with both James and Oiva with tough starts through 2 holes. And they need to get themselves together on this hole 3, as it's one of the easiest holes on the course. Shortest hole as well, only 82 meters. You have this very late low ceiling that is the main object on this hole. Pretty wide gap, but you have to keep your disc extremely low. A lot of people are going for a straight to slightly finishing forehand with an approach disc. The tricky thing is you can't fade right, as there is the OB just about 7 meters right of the basket.
Oh, that's in danger. Good break for Niklas. Good kick on that tree. And you can also go backhand with a late turn. Oh, hunting the chains.
Really
Amazing
nice
line.
shot. Yeah, that's gonna hopefully calm the nerves a little bit. Especially if he can make that putt. I think even those, 5-6 meter putts are gonna be difficult when you're
under pressure.
Yeah. And Mauri here, very good looking shot. He's gonna take that stroke right back that he gave to Niklas on the last hole.
Yeah, Niklas has a deep C2. Oh, when it was early out of the hand from James. He's able to be around 15 to 17 meters opportunity for birdie. Yeah, nothing crazy on Niklas' side. On this upshot, James trying to take back the stroke he just lost. Oh yeah. Great.
Damn, from deep circle too.
Back to even on the round.
Man, I love his putting stroke. I love the line that he puts the disc on. I feel like he's almost never missing left or right.
Slightly Enheiser release. 3 in the way. Just over the cage. Amazing line. Great control. And you can see the bonding between those two. It's amazing to have them both.
And Oiva, that's a good putt there. Great to see him making it after the miss on the first hole. And one birdie. I think if he can get a couple more of those, I think all of the nerves might be gone pretty soon.
Exactly. Through 3 holes, he's probably starting to find his pace. And that's good for his confidence. Some scoreboard checkup. Mauri definitely in the lead. Daniel Davidson with a great 12 down hot round. Yeah, 1080 rated.
Some of my favorite discs in my bag are the A-Series discs. They're the ones I lean on to get close to the basket, and each of them have a consistent grip. So as you cycle through the series, you won't have to change the way that you hold the disc. These are torque-resistant discs that are more stable than the PA series provide a consistent fade at the end of the flight. The best way to find your flight is to get out and use these discs yourself.
Moving on to hole number 4, one of the toughest holes on the course, playing very far with a distance of 228 meters, but a lot of uphill, probably playing closer to 250 overall. You have a basic straight to a hyzer shot off the tee. You want to go with your glidey, stable distance driver, get as far down the fairway as possible, and from there, depending if you're on the right or left side of the fairway, it's either a backhand hyzer or a backhand turnover for a lot of our players.
And that's why that's gonna go over the crowd. Yeah, not able to fight back to the fairway. It's gonna be a nerdy OB.
Yeah, I feel like pretty rare miss. I haven't seen anybody else going on the right side OB on this hole. Really have to push it forward compared to, for example, Mauri there, going with a more stable disc, finishing to the middle. Not a lot of distance, but he's gonna have some sort of shot to the green.
Yeah, and that's definitely better distance-wise. It's gonna be able to attack the basket from there for sure. Niklas now. Hyzer release.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Once again, not quite as much distance as James. As I mentioned, I feel like in one of the previous rounds, this is one of the only holes on the course that really rewards big distance. If you can get that extra 15 meters off the tee, your approach is so much easier.
Good shot. You know, still 15 to 20 meters to fight with. Long C2 opportunity. And Mauri going for a safe way. Forehand is a good option, knowing the right to left slope also. Going into the hillside.
And James, huge hyzer, even going above this right side tree on the fairway. And what a great shot, perfect line. You can see that with no wind today and with the big distance he got off the tee, able to go with a higher line on the hyzer. I think in the previous days that wouldn't have been possible since we had a strong headwind from left to right.
Yeah, good touch on this approach. 5 meters, good tester again.
Once again, a very important putt for Niklas, and that's just not it. This is not the start he needs. You know, 1 under through 4, it's for the normal player in the field, it's definitely not bad. I would even consider it good. But he's just not making up the ground like he needs to.
It's too slow for him, and it's even too slower to get back at Mauri. Still 5 strokes.
And as we saw on the score check, you know, today is the scoring day out of the 3. We are expecting some rain later on in the round, but the wind is much more down than in the other rounds. And, you know, Daniel Davidsson already in the clubhouse with that 12 under. I think it's possible that we're going to see some other rounds as well from the rest of the field. So these guys can't get too comfortable, you know. They have to shoot that 6, 7, 8 under if they even want to maintain their position.
On to hole 5.
Yeah, hole 5. Nice wooded par 3, very tight. Most players are going for a pushing hyzer on the right side. You have to release it on a lot of hyzer to move early enough to the left. Hopefully take a couple of skips at the end to reach the longer basket we're playing to. It's all about just finding your line and hitting it.
The main route would be the right side. Slightly hyzer release. Fairway driver. Is it late? It is catching the trees. Right side.
Yeah, very specific line here. You have to hit it perfectly like that. I think Mauri threw a good shot, but look at that, no skip. really unpredictable on this green whether you're gonna hit a thick spot on the grass or get some big skips.
Exactly what he needs. Park job for Niklas to find his second birdie of the round.
And that's a little wide from Oiva there. Easy mistake to do on this hole as you're avoiding that first tree on the left. Push it a little bit too far to the right. Same thing for both James and Oiva. And just a tricky patent pending here, but he looks like he's made a good work out of it.
Yeah, great control. Good body motion, knowing the hard footing. It's gonna be an easy scramble par. For James, long look, slightly uphill for Oiva.
Mauri from well outside the circle here, and look at that. Not even watching the disc as it goes in, he was so sure out of the hand.
That's an important moment, knowing that Niklas is parked. Yeah, great answer. He's definitely showing the pace and showing James and Niklas how they are going to need to, put on a show to get back at him. Great slow-mo.
Do you think it's more difficult to play against a guy like Mauri? He's so stoic, no reaction almost to anything.
It looks like he's in a practice round, kind of casual. I don't know how it would be nice to ask him the question. Hole 6.
Hole 6. Very much a birdie hole for these guys. 123 meters with nothing in the way really for either the forehand or the backhand hyzer. Only difficult thing about this hole is that it's technically an island hole, a very big island. If you miss the island, you have to go to a drop zone that is a guaranteed bogey, or worse if you mess up the approach from about 50 or 60 meters. All about gauging the width on the shot. How far do you have to put it to the left or right, depending on if you go with the forehand or backhand.
Yeah. Good roll, 11 meters from the basket. Pretty safe, he will have a look.
Niklas trying to go wide, looks a little bit inside to my eye. And yeah, he knows it, he's skipping down to the left. Gonna
Stop
be,
there.
Yeah, even rolling to the OB. But I think he's safe there. Not the putt you want on this hole, you would definitely like to be in the circle as the wind is down and pretty easy conditions to land the disc to the green.
Same mistake for James, too early. Left with a 13 to 15 meter spot. Slightly uphill. That's looking better.
Just sit down. Only shot in the circle.
Yeah, good shot from Oiva. And Niklas from the bush. Oh, good height. Just a bit too much right side. Good bit from Niklas. Not able to make it happen.
Man, another good line there. Just a little bit too much power. Let's see if Mauri can capitalize on the opportunity. And no way! Perfect putt coming out of the middle of the basket. Man, That's a huge loss of momentum potentially. I mean, he's still gonna have 5 strokes, but 6 strokes would have been even better.
That can be important. Wow, so huge speed out. Looked perfect again. And hopefully he's gonna be able to just forget, go through.
Good birdie from Oiva, taking a stroke on the card.
Yeah, only one on the lead. And let's see the split screen score check.
And let the cameras and the players pass before you go. Open champion, hold like this!
Moving on to hole number 7, 210 meters, a par 4 with OB all the way on the left side. Need to throw something straight with a right finish at about 120 meters, even pushing 130 ideally off the tee. Best shot is probably either a big late turning roller or a big flat to hyzer sidearm. Either shot can work and leave you with just a simple 60-70 meter approach.
If he can fade. He has a distance, there will be some gaps on that right side.
Yeah, for sure. And this is the big forehand from Mauri. A little bit inside though. He's not getting through the trees. That's not the trickiest of pars from there. Very manageable to get the par, but the birdie is going to be tricky with all of the small gaps.
And that's one of the main options also. Roller for Niklas. A bit too safe, too early. That's going to be a tight angle to attack the basket. Maybe some gaps also.
Yeah, that short right side, I feel like you always have a gap, but it's never quite as clean as you would like it to be. Compared to James there, a little bit further, I think he's going to have the straight main gap on the fairway.
Yeah, good shots. A bit short still for James, but definitely better than Niklas. Roller, and that's an early kick for Mauri.
Still very much in position for the par though, and Niklas here having to go with the patent pending. This is a great looking shot, needs to slow down before the OB though. And he's on the line, gonna be inbounds, having a putt from inside the circle to potentially get a stroke back on Mauri.
Good shot, knowing the weird footing again. This needs to fade. Amazing shot. Bullseye hit, easy bird to go 15 down. 2 down on the round.
Mauri here needs this touchy sidearm. Pretty well done, able to keep the disc flat the entire way. Just a small putt left, should be no problem for him. And Oiva with a small flex, just trying to sit it next to the basket. Gonna be just fine there, 6 meters to go back at even par for the round.
Yeah, good touch on this approach. And to find his third birdie. Oh, good line, just a bit too high, aggressive.
And good make there, not shaken by the spit out on the last hole. I feel like Niklas, he's having so many of those long putts, just haven't capitalized yet on one of them.
And another birdie, as you were mentioning, back to even for Oiva. Finding his groove. 2 birdies, 2 pars. And let's head to the easiest stretch on the course.
For sure, this time you need to really stack up the birdies. Starting on hole number 8, just a very simple sidearm, 88 meters. Everybody on the card can reach it with either an overstable mid-range or an overstable fairway. Just the important thing, hit the gap flat or with a slight hyzer. If you have that stability on the disc, it's always gonna fade down there into the circle if you hit the gap.
Common mistake, catching that tree on the left side, too late. That's good looking. Oh! Hunting the chains on this elevated basket.
Man, that's a good settle to even when ace running the basket, staying only 4 meters away. And Mauri here, a little bit wide, needs to skip back in. He's gonna be in the circle there. Good shot. And let's see, Niklas. Looks like he's going with the fairway driver speed as well.
That looked early, but it's able to be in the circle for a bird. 7-8 meters left. He's so focused. And as you were mentioning, it's impossible to know if he's stressed or under pressure. Stoic.
Yeah, you never really know with Mauri, you know, he could be... I wonder what is like, how his focus is working. Because he's never showing any signs of, you know, nerves, or no matter how high the pressure, he always looks the same. I wonder, like, what he's thinking inside of his head. Let's see. This is a good check to see where his head is at, and another great putt.
Dialed.
Man, he's so far pretty much perfect on the putting green, just that one spit out.
Yeah, where he couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, only mistake on hole 2 in the end. Only bogey.
Yeah, that's true. He did miss from just on the edge of the circle there. Oiva taking a bogey on this hole, which is pretty tough. It's one of the easiest holes on the course. After getting his momentum back with a couple of birdies.
Yeah, good answers from Niklas and James. Both 3 down on the round, and both 16 down overall. Tied third.
Hole number 9. Another very birdieable hole, 157 meters. Really all you need to do off the tee is hit this gap, get maybe 10 meters past it, and from there you're gonna have just a straight shot to the green. You can throw a roller off the tee, you can throw a slight backhand turnover. And on the approach, it's just the simplest approach you can have if you're in the sweet spot. Really, this hole only gets difficult if you're not in the sweet spot off the tee. Then you might have to do some sky anhyzer or scramble.
That looks perfect. Okay, go through the left side. Yeah, pretty decent. Open look to the basket on the second shot. Not the toughest approach. Yeah, enough for Mauri.
Yeah, no more than, 75 meters from there, and that's not ideal. Niklas is gonna be way short. I think if he wants to reach the green from there, he has to go with a very inside, forehand or backhand turnover, even maybe over the trees if he wants to park it. I think he can get to circle 2 with a low forehand.
Yeah, let's see the angle. He's looking at the sky. He needs this. Ooh, still a long way, protected by the gardens. It's gonna be a tricky C2 putt from deep.
And Oiva, he had a decent drive. Just a standstill approach from here, well in the, just barely in the circle. And Mauri, pretty open forehand here, although this one is a little bit inside, challenging the right side OB. And he has actually gone to the OB. That's a huge mistake on this hole. Very big error. He had a lot of room on the left side to swing the forehand in if he wanted. And now he's going to be putting for par from inside the circle, but he might have a tree or two in the way. And at the same time, James is in the circle.
My God. Everybody was talking about this. He went with a tactic to have the late fade to get around the trees. Clutch moment for Niklas.
Man, that's pretty insane. Especially like from the knee, 20 meters out. He probably can't see the basket from there. The tree is directly in the way.
Look at this, man. It's perfect. Just around the tree. Missing it, yeah, a couple centimeters.
I think it's so funny that he was not making any of the normal C2s, and then he gets like an impossible putt and he makes it.
Champ line.
Oiva, that's a good birdie for him, and Mauri, really good par save, you know, not faced by a couple of big putts before him.
Yeah, good answer to the crazy putt from Niklas. Still 4 strokes and 9 holes left.
And that's gonna be it for the front 9. As you can see, other players in the field, Hjalte Jensen, Jesse Nieminen, pushing the lead card. They need to be wary of that, not only themselves, as we said, very good scoring conditions. And on the back 9, they will have to shoot more birdies if they want to be in contention for the win.
Exactly, that's going to be exciting. The back 9 is pretty tough. Hole 14, 16, there is a lot, you know, that can happen on those holes. But yeah, amazing disc golf. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for commenting with me, Elias. And yeah, we'll see you on the last 9 holes.